Right guys, I'm going to teach you how to train like a samurai. Now, most of you don't know that I have two channels. The other one is Natori Ryu. So go over to Natori Ryu, subscribe there and watch. These videos go up on Natori Ryu, but every 5 videos I'm going to bang them over here so those who don't go over there can see them here. So I don't know why you're not over on the other channel, guys, because the information is just as good. But here we go, let's go. Right guys, I'm going to be working from Book of Samurai, Samurai Arms, Armor and the Tactics of Warfare. And we're looking at Chidori Gake, zigzag riding. So if I want to check if there's ambushes anywhere here, I'm on a horse, I will charge out, I will take my turns and I'm looking. This is the widest possible search area. If I go that way, I only do the perimeters. But remember, this is scrub and brush and open land. So if I'm in a samurai army and I'm going to send my scouts out, in Natori, what we do is we zigzag like that to get as much so you can see from there to there, you can see from there to there, you can see from there to there. You get all the way to your end destination point, then you turn round and use a different skill. Okay, when you return, you've got 2 ways. Kiyoi Gaeri and Okure Gaeri. And basically, because we've done our zigzags here, I get to either turn this way or this way. This is the way you should go. You should go to the left. Now, this is called the competitive return, and this is called the coward's return. There are different theories of why this is. It could be esoteric yin-yang. Remember, yang is left, yin is right. So it could be that way. It could be to do with the way your armor opens up at the side, which shows arrows can pierce it and get through the armor, whereas they can't on the other way. There's different theories for why this is, but this is the way you would scout. So in Natori Ryu, we go zigzag, go left and back round, okay? Could be spiritual, could be actually practical, we don't quite know, but that's the skill. We're in, of course, the book, and we're on pages 172 and 173. So Natori Ryu students, I want you to draw this out, write them out, and then show what you have done and give your theories of why this is correct and why you should do it based on this writing. Do it on Natori Ryu Hub. Right, guy, we're doing today we're doing Natori Ryu. This is Samurai Arms, Armor and the Tactics of Warfare, and we're talking about how to dismount and attack an enemy who's in a narrow path. So if your enemy is in a narrow path and you are mounted, even if they are mounted, what you do is you dismount immediately and whip your horse so it pushes through there. This will push them out of the way. They will get unbalanced or fall off a horse if they're on a horse, and you can run over and start stabbing them. So the minute you see someone, get off quickly, leap off, whip your horse forward so it runs forward. You run alongside or just behind the horse, and as the horse pushes through, you can come in and stab your enemy. This is a teaching of Natori Ryu. You'll find it in this book there. And I'll just get you the page numbers, guys. So the page number is actually 175. Now, this doesn't come under a specific term, but it's encountering enemy scouts. So when encountering enemy scouts, whether it's a case of single combat or 2 versus 1, it's desirable to dismount from your horse and drive your horse towards the enemy immediately. This is the tradition of an encounter on the narrow path. And we've got the oral tradition there, okay? So set the horses will fight each other, the enemy killed, take advantage of this. On a narrow path, you should dismount quicker than the enemy and drive their horse towards them. And so their horse rears up and its hind legs causing the rider to fall. So that is the Natori teaching, and there it is. So it doesn't matter, the minute you see them, get off, charge forward, push them forward. Has anybody been horse riding? Have you tried dismounting at speed? So for all Natori Ryu students, I want you to chat in our Skype group or in on the Natori Ryu Hub and tell me what you think about this. What do you know about... Right, guys, another Natori Ryu video. We are working from Samurai Arms, Armor and the Tactics of Warfare, which is a 1600s text on warfare, and we are going to be looking today at page 176, and we're going to look at Sukemono. So these are assistant scouts, and including Monomi and Hon Monomi. These are main scouts, okay? So your Hon Monomi goes from here, where the army is, you're going to scout out. This is basically, you got a field of battle. If you send a single scout out, we did this the other day, they zigzag. If you're going to send multiple scouts out, what you will do is send a Hon Monomi out like that. And what you have is, we have the same similar zigzag pattern, But the suke, the assistant, goes like this. And this one goes like this. And then they take their path, they go up, then they cross over again. So he goes up, and they cross over again. That's this image there. So you see you got assistant, main, assistant. So what you got is your main one goes out. He's the most prestigious one. These two, the Suke Monomi, must not go out as far as the Hon Monomi. This is to do with samurai honor. So the Hon Monomi, the true scout, is the lead. Suke, so he needs to have gone further because it's braver. It doesn't need to go too much far further. But Suke Monomi, go out, cross, go out and cross. And what they're doing is they're looking in all the little field bits and all the little trees and everything. They don't necessarily have to make sure this line. But the point is, if you've got things, they're going out that way, searching around and coming back this way. This guy's coming in this way and that way. And then this person covers the middle. So the field of arcs of vision are very, very good. So if you've got like this area, so this is your area that you want to check. Maybe there's a river there or there's trees, too many trees. What you can do is you can come up, stop, check, come back, stop, check. And you might have multiple of these going out at one time. The text doesn't say that, but of course it's implied because the arm is massive. So that's where we're at. So this is Suke Monomi. Suke is similar to assistants for Suke Dachi, meaning Suke Tachi. I'm assuming is assistant sword, and Monomi is scout. Monomi is scout, and of course we have Hon Monomi. Hon is the main. So there you go, guys. Get yourself a copy of the book and enjoy. And that's Nato Ryu's teachings. Okay, guys, today, again, we're working from the book Samurai Arms, Armor and the Tactics of Warfare, page 177, and we're at the top supporting the scouts. So we've got three things here. Kakari Monomi, supporting scouts, that's the main title. Okuri Ashigaru, foot soldier protection. And Mukae Zone, receiving formation. So both of these are basically Kakari Monomi, which means supporting the scouts. And here we've got the two types. So the black line is the main scout going out, the samurai if you like, and that's called Okuri Ashigaru. These red dots are Ashigaru, protecting the scout going out from the enemy. Now when the scout comes back, you have Mukae Zonae, which is basically the receiving formation. So the scout comes back and the Ashigaru go out to protect and open the way for him so the scout can come in and come back. So that's the way you protect, in basics terms, you protect your scout on the way out and you protect your scout on the way in, because the enemy are around. They might not necessarily be right at you, but they'll be taking pot shots and trying to charge and shoot arrows. So the Ashigaru go out and clear the way so that they can push through and go. So what I want you guys to do, Nato Ryu students, I want you to maybe use models or tokens and show these two things and have a go at writing the terms down. You can use the type text in the book. Today we're going to be working on Yojin He, and we're working from page 179 from the Book of Samurai series on the Samurai Arms, Armor and the Tactics of Warfare. Now, let me just get my pen. So, these are actually small fuses, like gun fuses that you use for muskets, and they're hung up on trees at night and in prominent places. Now, these are put there so you think that people are there. Now, it just says hang them on trees, but we do know in the Bansenshukai it talks about splitting bamboo down so that you can send signals. So this is not Nato Ryu, but this is how I know it goes in this sort of bamboo. Is the Bansenshukai talks about splitting the bamboo, and you place so many in there so that, say there is 3, that means retreat. If there's 2, that means carry on, you know, something like that. So we know that at least in Japan this type of thing was going on with split bamboo. But the main point is these are actually the Bansenshukai uses them to send signals, but here in Nato Ryu it's talking about deceptive fires. So what they might do is actually place loads of these around the area, hanging from trees, so that you see a whole bunch of them. And at the night, all you would see at night is a load of these around and you would think you are actually going to go up against a troop of musketeers or arquebusiers, depending on which way you want to say it. So that is the deceptive fire. So it's saying if you see all these and they all seem to sway in the same way, or they're all not really moving, it's deceptive. It's not really a troop of gunners waiting to shoot you. So make sure you have a look at this. Why don't you have a go, guys? I know it's difficult to get the fuses and everything, but try and, you know, get a light somewhere at night. For Nato Ryu students, go on Nato Ryu Hub and make sure you have a chat about this. And if anybody's got any fuse, give it a go.